Alright, starting off week 74, just hit a 143.8 weigh-in. A lot better than last week at a 145 weigh-in. Already down 0.7 pounds from last week. So really good start for the week. Like I said, I knew, see how it's not been dropping much. You know, I started my cardio, I think, either this week or this week. I knew it was going to take time for it to build. And guess what? Like I said, that momentum builds, momentum builds. You stick with what you're doing, you know it's right. And then the results are going to come. This is the lowest weigh-in I've ever hit, 143.8 this cut compared to, this is the only other lower weigh-in I had. This was after I went hiking. So, or no, was this a, no, this is after I went to the zip line. Well, yeah, I went zip lining, snow tubing, and hiking. So I was super active this day, and obviously the diet and everything's off a little bit. So that is the lowest weigh-in, but this is more like a daily routine type lower weigh-in. So it's more accurate because that was a day that's obviously, that whole day is completely thrown off. So results are coming. I'm super stoked, man. Super stoked. And I looked in the mirror when I got up and I thought I looked extra lean. So that's always dope. See a little bit extra leanness. So it's coming. Super close, man. Super close to the shreds, the ultimate shreds. Obviously this is just me chilling right here in the bathroom, not the best lighting at all by any means, but there we go. You can see it a lot better with this lighting. This is me just relaxing right here. So that's what I want when I'm relaxed, have the shreds. So it's not gonna be much longer. I'm thinking 143 maybe, but I don't know. We'll see. Just gonna keep going. I mean, 140. I'm thinking maybe, but regardless, I'm keep going to my goal. Then reverse diet. You know, fill back out my muscles, so then I'll be bigger and lean. You know, then I'll be essentially look the biggest and be lean, and then you know pack back on any muscle that I lost to really maximize my physique. Freaking so excited for it. Telling y'all got to have faith. Those 2 weeks I could have just quit because the weight's not coming down. I'm doing all this walking. You don't add extra. You stick with what we already know. We'll see. That's the thing. If you don't know, if you don't have the know-how, then you don't know. So, but if you want somebody to lay out a plan for you where you just got to follow it diet-wise and workout-wise, and there's a ton of flexibility to it. It's not super rigid, but it really teaches you how to incorporate this health and fitness thing into a lifestyle. Fill out the first application link in the bio. I will get you the body of your dreams, the energy of your dreams, the confidence of your dreams. You know, you just got to put the work on your side too, because I'm definitely going to be putting the work on my side.
What's up, everybody? So gonna do some gym updates here. I hadn't done this in probably a little bit. So most notably, the biggest change here I've been running here recently. So instead of running essentially every set like I normally would when I'm bulking to failure, what I've actually been doing, and now when I mean failure, I mean like perfect form failure. So I would even do like partials if I can't get a full one up. But what I've been doing now, so for example, I'm up to basically 2 sets. I'm still working my volume back up. I'm still not all the way up to where I was. I was up to, I think, like 4 or 5 sets on like my trunk muscles, meaning like legs, chest, back, and like maybe 4 or 5 every other workout too. I was alternating. So if I did like 5 sets for my trunk muscles, it would be 4 sets for my arms. And then the other day it was 4 sets for my trunk muscles. It'd be 5 sets for my arms or something like that. It was something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head without going back in my notes. Because it's been a little bit since I deloaded and all that good stuff, but still nowhere near back to where I was. But I have introduced back arms here recently. I even didn't do those for a while when I was completely deloaded due to my chest pain. I'll pop the video up there how I basically fixed that and what that was about. So now I'm doing 2 sets trunk, 1 set arms. So the biggest thing, like I was saying, with the failure training now, since I'm just so deep in my cut, I'm really trying to manage fatigue and just really stay on top of recovery, essentially, so I can, my nutrients is way less and has been adding up day after day after day after day, less nutrients, right, that my body really needs. So what I've been doing, for example, I'm at 2 sets. So like on this workout, I might push it, like I'm going to say, okay, on first set, I'm going to push it all the way, balls to the wall and give it everything. You can go partial to try to make gains. Okay, then the second set, I'm just going to try to match the reps. Not saying I'm taking it easy or anything. Like I'm still probably couldn't even do the next rep. I'd probably have to really push it there too, but I'm stopped. I'm not even going and trying to do a partial or anything for that next set. So like set 2 would be like just hitting the number, no partial, not completely to failure, just like form failure, essentially, not like positive failure, like meaning if you're bench pressing, you can't get the weight up all the way, that'd be positive failure, like you're going to positive failure. And then the next workout, essentially, I would alter that. So the first set would be the set where I'm just going to chill out. Okay, for example, if I hit 8, I'm going to 8. I'm staying. Now, the second set, say if I got 8, okay, I'm going to push that balls to the wall and give it all I can to get 9. Even if I had to do 9 and then a partial, right? So like I'm giving all, so I'm alternating like every other set of a workout. Instead of, like I said, when I'm normally bulking, every set I'm just pushing it, not doing that. Now, like I said, just to try to manage like recovery a lot better, and essentially every other set. So that's the big most notable changes. Now, for example, now another video, I might have to loop stuff back over. If not, you can go back and kind of link it up. I wanted to get the most different thing out of the way first, but as far as the training, I ran 2 sets on the flat dumbbell bench. I did a drop set, not a drop set, but the first set was 70, got 3 reps. Just trying to still stay with those heavy weights as much as possible. You know, like the peak of my bulk, I think I did 87.5 for like 6 or 7 or 8 potentially, the dumbbells in each hand. So it has dropped a lot, but still trying to hold on to as much of that strength as possible. That's why I'm still doing, you know, as heavy as I possibly can, with still keeping good form. So it's not like stupid heavy, essentially, because it's all relative, right? 70 wasn't heavy to me when I was peak bulk or near the peak bulk, right? But now it's extremely heavy because I can only get 3 reps. So 70, then the second set, you know, I'm resting 5 minutes in between each set, then I drop down, and that's on everything. Then I drop down to 60s pound dumbbells and got 6. I actually lost 1 rep on the first set and stayed the same on the second set. Next exercise with the seated Arnold press. I really love this exercise, as you get that extra range of motion at the bottom. Really hits the side delts even more. If you come down, if you like focus on like holding the weight with your side delt, you can really feel it in your side delt too. And I really love it too, because you can actually feel it in your chest too, your upper chest, and especially in your upper inner chest. Really cool feeling there. So first set was 40s times 5. I actually dropped off 5 pounds of the workout before. I did 45s, but I did gain 2 reps. So I did 45s for 3 the last workout, and I was like, it's too heavy, so I dropped it back to 40. Was able to get 5 reps. I think my all-time PR here is saying 45s for 9. It does say maybe beside that. But anyway, second set, stayed at the same thing, 40, and got 5 reps as well, and I actually gained 1 rep. So on this day, I really pushed on that second one to complete the failure there. So 2 sets of 5 on the arm press. Well, I don't even think I recorded that exercise. I'm just going to talk about the exercise I'm recording. Okay, the dumbbell single arm row. This is my favorite row. My favorite row variation. This makes me feel like my lats particularly. You know, normally other rows I feel it more in my rhomboids, my upper back. Lats like crazy on the row. I really like it's kind of like a full, like this thing will get you out of breath, dude, going left to right single arm like that. And I got a full video how to do this correctly. I'll pop it up. A lot of people just come like straight up with it. I teach you about the angle arm back, and you want to make sure your back's nice and flat, all that kind of good stuff as well. So I just did 1 set with the 60s for 9. I gained a rep there, and the second set was 55s for 9. I stayed the same there. I didn't try to push that second one. Didn't record that exercise. And then, so again, just 1 set on the arms here. I did a superset with a standing straight bar cable curls. So I did 70 pounds for 9. I gained 1 rep, and then right into no rest, right into the rope tricep push downs. Again, 70 pounds for 9. Gained 2 reps on that. And last thing I'm gonna throw in here, and I may be chopping the video up to go back, you know, it might loop back over so I can keep up with what I'm saying. So the auditory will link up with the visuals of the workout too. Last thing, man, these arms up band external rotation. So I'll do some with my arms at my side, and then I'll do a day with my arms up. This is like the most neglected thing is your rotator cuff muscles, but this is a healthy exercise is what I dub it. So this is something like your rotator cuffs and your scapular retractors are 2 like things you need to be working on, like healthy exercises. These things are going to make sure you are like staying bulletproof and allowing you to stay healthy and lifting for the long term. And again, I'll just pop this video up that kind of blew up the other day. It's almost got 3K views, and just it did that in like 2 days or whatever. It started blowing up. But talk about how health is first, right? So that's really important to implement exercises like this. That's going to keep you healthy for the long run. And really, you know, you're not just looking for the muscles on the outside. Let's look on those muscles that are more deep, you can't see, but are extremely important to keeping us lifting for the long term and staying healthy for the long term too. Not just looking cool, but actually being cool, like actually being healthy too. So the arms up, external rotations, finish those off, and then I didn't record it, but always I'll pop up my full stretching routine. I start off every workout with my foam rolling routine, finished off my stretching routine. And I'll pop those 2 videos up as well if I have any more cards left. If not, you can just search my name, foam rolling routine, search my name, and then put stretching routine. That'll come up as well. So that's pretty much all the things I think I wanted to cover here. Let me double check this. Just kind of wanted to, yeah, and as always here, I got a little notes in the phone. I'm still upping my volume slowly. You know, I've recovered, so things are doing good, but I'm going to slowly up it back up, you know, and keep slowly ramping it up as well. And that's pretty much it for the workout updates of now. And super excited to hit that new low weigh-in this morning. And excited to keep the shreds coming, man. Excited to keep the shreds coming. Really, really am. So yeah, that's it for the workout commentary here and the workout. I'm going to end this off. Y'all know, man, this is it's about health, but it's like an artistic pursuit for me. I'm an artist too. I don't know if y'all know that. But y'all saw at the beginning, I draw, I paint a lot as well, right? I'll pop up my art channel again if I have any cards left. You know, I go around and like actually sell my art and stuff too, different festivals and shows. But what I'm saying is, this bodybuilding, this journey, this is artistic to me as well. So I'm about to include some nice long posing here. As always, when I normally pose and stuff, I like to do a long video form. I like to do all the different poses and really see how my body is looking in all the different angles and everything. Like I said, I really look at my body as a work of art, right? I'm sculpting it, I'm building it how I want to my aesthetic, essentially. So hopefully y'all learned something from this commentary, or just enjoyed earlier in the video, or learned something from that earlier commentary. How I told y'all, just have that faith and stick with it, and that once that momentum builds, I did a whole video on that again as well. Just type my name, momentum. That is one of the biggest things. Definitely want to watch that. And then, you know, or if I can just entertain y'all, I'm happy with that too. So any kind of value I can give y'all, you know, that's what I'm here for. That's what I want to do, give y'all some kind of value. So and then let the physique and stuff here inspire you, man. This is 100% natural, 100% natural. And like, I don't even do like protein powders and stuff, right? Like, I don't even do that, which, not saying it's not good. You can, if it works for your lifestyle stuff, I have in the past, but whole foods is going to be the healthiest, right? So that's what I stick with, unless I'm in some kind of crunch or something, and like a protein bar or something is the absolute best scenario when I'm traveling or something. But I've even done measures. I'll be doing videos on that too, of like best way to travel, because I've kind of upped my traveling game to stay on like the healthiest diet as well, because it all goes back to health to me, from basically. So anyway, let this inspire y'all, and get on y'all's journey too. And the closer y'all can move to that vision y'all have in y'all's head of how y'all want to look, man, the more it's gonna like set you on fire in a good, positive way, like mentally, like self-confidence, self-esteem. It really boosts that self-image, and that confidence, like I just said, and that energy, man. And once you get the physical, you get the biggest boost of all, which is the mental. And there's a bunch of different facets of why that is, and I may dive into that whole nother video. Again, I got a whole mindset playlist. I have a ton of videos in there, and I'm constantly pumping videos in there. If y'all know me, y'all know how big I am about the mindset. That's number one. But anyway, that's it for the workout commentary here. Enjoy the flexing, and then we got some gaming. We got a little bit of gaming for y'all too at the end, man. I'll pop the gaming channel up at the end too. If I probably won't have cards at that point in time, but I have to dictate which cards I want to put. But yeah, a little bit of gaming clips in the vlogs like this one, do the day vlogs and stuff, as always. So anyway, appreciate y'all watching the video. Appreciate all the love, the support I've been getting here. We're only 73 subscribers away from 1,000, my people. 73 from 1,000. Really appreciate all the support. Love y'all so much. Please like the video if you would. That really helps like crazy. And yeah, keep enjoying the video. See y'all in the next one. Have a blessed day. Hope y'all are getting after y'all's goals. No, I'm really just
I'm trying to. I'm gonna rotate around the stairs.
I got him. There's another one on B there.
Yeah,
Got him. Okay.
I think B stairs. Yep, behind me.
Yeah, I got him. 3.
Oh my god, dude, I'm hopping onto nades. That is GG.